important things.
Sac passé. Come on. Sac passé.
Not boulé.
Not manger.
I thought it was not.
Not manger.
Not manger.
Du riz collé.
Du riz collé.
Sac passé. Comment tout le monde y est, tout le monde bien, tout le monde en forme.
McDonald's had a what? No,
how are you guys doing? So today we are doing this video,
yep.
And I have
this video. Today we are doing this video.
Yes, and I have a special guest with me.
We have Jesus here with us. He's in the back. Don't worry, he'll come out when you can
Oh my
see
gosh, babe, look at that. We're always matching.
What?
I have this on, and you have that oranges and then gray.
I feel like you watch me when I get dressed.
I do not. We just like put it up like that. So what are we talking about today? Is that welcome back again. So few things that you should keep in mind if you're thinking about marriage. So what's the first one?
Stop that.
Okay, so
look
first,
at this makeup right here, guys. Look, check it out. Faces.
First of all, in your relationship, and especially getting ready for marriage, one of the most popular one, or one of the most important one, is
listening.
Yeah, listening is one of them, but I was going to say communication. Not just our communication, but the way we communicate with each other. Like, maybe my ways of communication, in my head I may think that, oh, it's fine, it's good, like I don't mind, but then for him it's completely different.
Yeah, mine is, I'll say I'm needy.
For him, he needs a little bit more like instruction. As of for me, if I said, okay, so I'm not gonna be able to talk to you today, or I'm gonna talk to you at this time and I'll talk to you later. And for him, he's like, well, what time is later? Later, like 15 minutes, 20 minutes, or like, what are we talking about?
It's more of a, like, if you know when they're gonna call, or when will they call, you can plan out your day where you don't have to pause it and be like, oh, I'm not gonna wait on a call, but still be considerate, knowing that they're gonna call you, or at this time or at that time, so you make sure that that time of your day is free.
Yeah. Communication. Yeah, because if in your relationship, like in your dating relationship, you guys are having really bad communication, then in your marriage it's gonna be worse. So it's something to start with right away.
I wouldn't say it'd be worse. It just depends on who's in a relationship, because if you guys are always busy and you never talk, then once you guys do get to talk, you're tired, you're sleepy, you want to eat, so at that point you probably don't want to talk. Then, for some people, like, I ain't talked to you at the beginning of the day, so I'm fine not talking at the end of the day. It starts to get shaky.
Yeah. The next one, listening.
Oh, yes.
Listening. You guys out there, ladies, when your lady is talking to you.
Ladies and your ladies.
Stop. So when your lady is talking to you, you need to give her your undivided attention. Because like, for me, like when I'm talking to him, like he would be in his phone, like doing whatever. But to him, he's listening. But then for me, like I would stop talking. Literally, I would stop talking because I'm like, he's not paying attention, because I need him to be like yes or like or like you know, like like I'm listening, but like on his phone and like
Playing more of your cards is addictive, so.
and I'm like, oh, you're not listening to me? He's like, no, I'm listening. And I'm like, no, you're not. Then I'll stop talking. So
What do I do? Will I repeat everything to you?
sometimes you'll be like, yeah, you said this and that. And sometimes you would say things that I didn't even say.
I gotta wing it. No. Listen fully. Listening will tell you so many things that talking won't give you. And listening is more than just hearing with your ears. You can also look at them and tell when somebody's upset, body language, just the tone of voice. So listening is really important.
Yes.
Talking about your childhood and upbringing is good things to talk about. Uncomfortable situations that make you guys question things, or those type of conversations will really help out, especially conversations where you start talking and you start hearing anger, or you start telling that the other person is like, let me shy away from that, or they're reading their conversation in a different way. Those are all important things to talk about, because if you talk about everything, or at least everything that you do know, it won't catch you by surprise later on. I always tell folks you can't be ready, but you can be prepared for a situation, because you're not ready until you are actually in the situation. So talking about it, getting the conversation going really helps.
And I would say make sure, like, you know, revisit like different topic that we talk about or that you talk about, so that way you know that you and your boyfriend, fiance, or
She called me boyfriend.
like you guys are on the same page. Like, you know, like we may talk about something like a long time ago, and then now we're getting ready for marriage, and then maybe I bring it up and he's like, no, like, you know, like making sure that both of us are in the size.
That's a big one. How will you explain compromise then? Well, they know what compromise is, but
right,
on like what things should you compromise on? So like sometimes you won't always get your way, and there's some people out there that are like control freaks. Like you're not trying to do too much because you're like, that's kind of controlling, but you just like for it to be scheduled, or you want certain things, like especially with wedding planning, because it's like I dislike pictures to the max, and I want the camera lady out my face. So we compromise, like I give y'all a solid 2 hours of pictures with me, and then move out my face and have a good day.
And even right now, look at you, you're sitting down doing this video with me.
Yeah.
That's compromise, because he's not all about the camera stuff.
Smack it down and go about my way.
But yeah, compromise. Even with like little things, like maybe food, or like maybe there was his favorite restaurant that you may not like it, but you don't have to go there a lot, but then every once in a while you can, you know, try to find something that you like there that would make him happy. Like it's not always have to go your way. And
yes.
remember,
Listen, ladies.
it is a marriage. It's
It's
not just about you, it's about us.
an eye to we.
Yeah, another one is financial situation.
You should talk about financial planning and where you guys want to be. Well, I would say financial and career planning, because letting your partner know what you want to do in life, they can help you out a lot. And just by talking about it, it can bring different ideas or options to you on your pathway to your career.
Or even wanting to buy a house in the future or something. Just like talk about it, like how much money you want to save, and maybe do you want a house, how big you want the house, and things like that.
Yes, like today we went apartment shopping.
Yeah.
And we looked at, I showed her the ones that were really nice. Then I showed her the ones that our budget would allow for.
Right.
So not being
So-
cheap, but being more financial.
Right. So this is what we can afford. This is what we can't afford. And that's the other thing with compromising. Because for me, I want something like super nice and this and that. But at the same time, I'm the one who's telling him like, okay, so we have bills we're gonna have to pay. Like I still have my student loans I have to pay. So we need to go with something that is gonna work for both of us.
That will leave surplus in both our pockets.
Yeah.
Kind of like wedding planning. Like we've been looking at venues, and there's one she really wanted, and one she's like, let's just not talk about that one.
Yeah, because I know it's gonna too much. I feel like when it comes to sex, it's something like we just kind of like put it to the side, like we don't want to talk about it. Even like in church, let me say this, even like in church, they don't talk about it much, you know. They just kind of like, yeah, don't have sex, don't this, don't that, like, you know. But I feel like in relationship, and especially when you like us, that we know we're gonna get married, like you getting ready for marriage, you're planning, like sex is something like you need to talk about. Like,
What's your expectations on sex? Expectations.
like how much sex you wanna have. Like, do you wanna have sex twice a day, 4 times a day, like once a week, once a month?
Once a year.
Once
It's
a
good.
year.
Yeah, once a year.
And I mean, you know, for people who like either of them have had sex before, so like I feel like you may not have like a good expectation because you don't really know what to expect. But like for people who, you know, had sex before, so then they kind of like, I mean, you still have an expectation. Like,
I think you said it backwards. I think I said it backwards. I think you said it backwards.
I said it backwards.
Yeah, you said two people that had sex. I think you meant to say 2 people who have not had sex.
Oh, people who have not had sex.
Hey, I'm listening, see? Career fix it.
People who have not had sex, it could be, you know, not a real expectations because you don't have any idea. You don't know what you're looking for. You don't, I mean, you may have like ideas, you know, but like,
You don't know what you like. You're fresh into the field.
yeah.
You're a blind eye.
Yeah, so you'll be more like exploring, and as you do it, then you'll be like, yes, I like this better, I like that better, like,
I like this or that.
yeah.
It's a situation I see for coming after we're married, because sadly I have experience, and babe is a precious.
I have too.
Oh.
You say, oh, like you didn't know.
Listening again, guys. Listen.
But you were saying something.
Yeah, I lost track.
You're saying, well, like if you don't have no experience, so you know.
If you have no experience, like there's not expectation, and as for guys, you can start expecting like a lot. You be like, well, we're about to be married, so that's all the sex I want or we want. You gotta tell yourself, slow down. But guys always talk about food. It makes her happy. She loves to eat. Off my.
Another one is kids.
Beat them. No,
I think, okay, so for me, you know, what I would say on like the kids thing, how you want to raise your kids together. Like I know our kids, I know, you know, when growing up, my parents whooped me. Like I got beat up. Like I see here, it's like, oh, you know what? I'm gonna take your phone away for a week. Like that's all you got. Or, you know, go in this room and spend 15 minutes without doing nothing. Like this is your timeout. Like, I think like talking about, okay, how do we want to raise our kids? Do we want to beat them? Do we want to like, okay, the thing is, for him, he was like, you know what, you can be the one to like whoop them, like spank them.
I'll be in the room.
And I'm like,
the kids.
No. And I'm like, then the kids are gonna think I'm the bad guy. Like, we need to do it together.
That's like, I'll stand there and I'll go like this every time you hit them. Like, ah.
See, like, we need to do it together. So it's not like, you know, you do this, I do that. And, you know, so that way when okay, let's say I'm gone for like a week or something, and then you home with the kids, and then they turn into a complete, what do I want to say?
Savages.
Yes, like they don't listen, they do whatever they want, and when I get home, then I have to deal with that.
Oh,
but then if we raise them together and we discipline them together, that way I don't have to worry when I'm gone or when you're gone. It's always gonna be the same.
So kids giving each parent mutual respect in that.
Yeah.
Okay, I can see that. I'll whoop kids, but they have to give me a really good reason. But babe is like, oh, you're having fun? Shit, sure. No, is that true?
No.
No. No, there has to be like guidelines on whooping kids, because I've seen some parents that whoop their kids for breathing too hard. Like whoa. Another important thing is, if you guys are not living together, or if you guys are planning on living together, what are your strong points of living together? Well, not strong points, but when you live in a house together, what chores, or who does what, or who does this or that. And if you guys have a conversation and you guys actually get through of who do this or that for the house, you're wrong. You both do everything for the house. There is no, oh, you're a woman, you cook. Oh, you're a man, you fix this. That might not be your strong suit. So, you know, I wouldn't say I cook better than babe. We both cook equally as well. Mm-hmm. So we're fine switching out and cooking. Or if we're fixing stuff around the house, I'm pretty good at researching YouTube videos and researching on the internet how to figure something out. And so is babe. So you guys should always talk. That's part of the compromise of like, oh, I did this, you'll do that, and that's just talking.
Yeah.
And great things about it speaks in the Bible about relationships, especially as soulmates and people that are married, to outserve your partner. So if your partner does something for you, you should find a way to outserve them, as goes to anybody, but it goes especially to your partner.
Yeah. But yeah, the whole house chore things, like, this is something that we talk about. Like, if, let's say, if Jordan is home all day and then I was at work, then I got home from work, like, he's not gonna expect me to cook.
You're not gonna cook?
So it's more like, you know, he's home, and the nice thing to do is, you know,
order pizza.
My wife was at work all day, you know, maybe I'll cook, or maybe the house needs to get picked up and clean up. Like, he doesn't have to wait on me to do it. Like, it's our house, we'll do it together. The only thing I said, he can like take care of like the yard, especially when we have a house. Like, he can do the mowing and cutting the grass, and maybe I can help like pick weeds and stuff.
Break the leaves.
But like, these are just not if I have to do it, let's say he's gone for like a week and like the grass is getting tall, like I'll do it. But like,
depending on where we live and how big's the land, I will have a riding lawnmower. But if I live in Texas or anywhere that gets hot, I'll pay somebody. Simple.
all that. But yeah, like I know, yeah, I don't know, like it's
I
not.
would say, like, I don't like being outside, especially when it's hot. Now, if
Yeah.
you catch me, premarital counselors go over. And I think one of them
Oh.
was, do you want to be a stay-at-home parent?
Oh,
Either one of us.
I think, yeah, I think that's a big thing that you need to talk about before marriage, because maybe the whole time the lady or the guy, like one of you guys was thinking about staying at home parent, and then maybe I don't agree with that or he doesn't. So obviously now you're married and let's say she wants to stay at home and raise the kid, and you're like, no, I would like both of us to work, and so that way we both can raise our kids together. So
With a community, which is important in raising kids and also good for the relationship, because it's not good to hang out with, if you're married, like, yes, you can hang out with your single friends, but majority of the time hanging out with your single friends, you'll end up in single situations. As to if you hang out with people that are married, you know, you do generally the same things or talk about certain topics, which is also in the Bible too. I feel like we read that somewhere. Yeah. Okay. Well, that's the end of the video. If you haven't already, like, subscribe, leave a comment, and we will see you whenever.
he'll see you whenever, because he's not in my videos that much. So
I'm just in life.
my life. Well, thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, give it a big thumbs up, and
Go out for a walk today. Drink your water and mind your business.
mind your business. Okay.
Is it?
Nawe pita. Zinawe pita.
Zina what is it?
Awe pita. Au revoir.
Au revoir.
Parle pita.
Palepita? Oh, I thought you said.